You know what time it is? It is time for your good questions. And I have enlisted the help of one of my dearest friends, love coach, dating guru, author of several books, including a new one that is coming out. Jess McCann joining us. She is going to be coming out with a new book in September. It is called If Love is a Blessing, Why Do I Feel Cursed? Current mood for so many of you out there, I know, because you guys have been sending me the text messages, okay? Jess, it's great to see you.
Hey, Angie, it's so nice to see you. Thank you so much for having me. I can't wait to start this conversation.
I want to begin with the first one. This is one of the first ones that came my way. She texted me and she said, hi, Angie. I went to Jamaica for my 40th, then fell in love with this guy. We are now engaged. This all happened within 2 weeks. Is this too soon? Is it too soon, Jess?
Well, Angie, after the year we just had, nothing sounds better than going to a tropical island, meeting a handsome stranger, and falling in love. Everything and everyone seems just perfect when you're on vacation and filtering things through that vacation lens, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's really important to take your relationship back to the mainland, back to real life, and see how it does with, dirty dishes in the sink and laundry on the floor and in-laws popping in. It's really important to test your relationship back there in real life and not against the backdrop of tropical palm trees and pina colada.
And so I never want to discount anyone's love at first sight story, but I think reading between the lines with everything that you just said there, yeah, too soon. Listen, I try to put this in perspective. It's just like how we do the news, right? Everyone's like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, I'm not the best anchor woman out there. I'm no Barbara Walters, okay? I don't go up there and I'm not like polished. I don't enunciate correctly. I don't necessarily even use proper grammar. That's okay. I just want to keep it real. I always envision that I'm talking to a friend or I'm talking to my mom. Listen, my sister rolls up and is like, I just met this guy over on an island. We're engaged after 2 weeks. I'd be like, what are you doing? I'm no love coach. And that's it. I mean, you really put it in perspective, but part of me is just like, no. Let's slow our roll.
So right. And we've all seen the movie, How Stella Got Her Groove Back. I mean, this is straight out of that movie. And we know that when she takes Taye Diggs back to the mainland, things get complicated, right? So I would say, hey, watch that. See what happens to them.
Eugene, he sent a text message and he just wanted to know, it was a general question. Have the rules of dating and relationships changed over the years?
I see two big trends coming up. And in fact, we just highlighted one of them, that when people come out of a pandemic and they are kind of hungry for connection, they can rush into a relationship with someone they find interesting. Mm-hmm. However, I also see another trend, which I just spoke about with a writer from AskMen.com, and it's called slow dating. This is a new trend where people in the pandemic that have been dating all along, or at least trying to, have spent a lot of these dates on the phone and through FaceTime, and they've really heavy loaded the mental emotional connection because there was no physical component during a pandemic. You couldn't really meet up, or you really, it was kind of awkward with the masks and everything closed down. So people have started to slow date. And I see that a lot of people have really found that to be the better way to date. The better way to get to know someone is to get to know them on a very much a slower paced, and just a slower kind of pace, get to know them personally, and then enter the physical component of the relationship. So I think we're going to see a lot more people slow dating now that they're out and about, because they see that it works. And it also, if you're not physical too fast, you're more apt to notice red flags. You're more apt to notice qualities that you don't think are going to mesh with you in the long run. And it's easier to walk away when you haven't gotten all hot and heavy with someone to begin with. It's that physical component that really leads people to disregard the red flag and cross their fingers and hope it just goes away, because you're so wrapped up in the physicality of the relationship. So two polar opposite trends coming down the pipeline, rushing into things and slow dating.
People are just kind of they're exhausted with this stuff, right? With dating apps. They're kind I talk to my girlfriends and they're like, I'm just over it, to the point where one of my girlfriends, she had the best bio. What did
What
it
app is
say?
she on?
She's on the yellow one. Is that Bumble?
Yes.
Okay.
I love that you called it the yellow one.
I'm sorry. About me. Vaxxed and waxed, mathlete, athlete, ESFP, tall AF, not here to bang randos. That's in her bio.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
Like she's going to eliminate a whole group of people.
Well, you know what it is, honestly? If you really pull back to look at the grand picture, the big picture, people are just tired of having a relationship with their phone. Okay. That's what they're tired of. And when you're app dating, you're not really connecting with people because you're just messaging. So you're really connecting with your phone and a picture. And that is very exhausting. The phone relationship, we're always on our phone. It's not fulfilling at all. It's a one-way directional relationship. Your phone can't give back to you. I mean, I met my husband by asking him to pass me a menu at a bar. That's how we met.
Hey, I met mine at a bar too. I love this.
We can just do it the old fashioned way. And if not, I mean, there are so many dating apps out there. But Coffee Meets Bagel is a great app because they don't overload you with choice. And I'm really of the mindset that too many choices leads to choice paralysis.
I mean, what do you, because I don't know anything about dating apps. So what do you mean?
We discovered a big issue. There are a lot more men using dating apps than women. Studies show the breakdown is at 64% men and 36% women.
That is a lot of thirsty dudes.
So Coffee Meets Bagel gives you a certain amount of matches or bagels every day. Here are your 6 bagels. Here are your 12 bagels. This is all you're working with right now. Okay. See who you like, message who you like. Other apps, you could swipe for hours, hundreds of people, and that's fine. But then you have to have the discipline to pick just a few and work with just a few and not let the overwhelming abundance of choice drag you back into the well to keep swiping. You've got to be very disciplined. So Coffee Meets Bagel makes it really simple because they're disciplined for you. They're like, here are your matches, cherish these matches, right? Be grateful for these matches and really focus on them and see if there's a connection right here in front of you.
Jess McCann, you are a savior. You're awesome. Where can people find you?
I would say go to Instagram, say Jess to love. I'm there and my DMs are open for anyone that needs help.
And I know your new book coming out in September. I'm so excited. If love is a blessing, why do I feel cursed? Everybody who sent in your good question, continue to follow up with us. Apply some of these things, this great knowledge, these gems that Jess dropped, and follow up with us. Let us know how it's going, okay?
Sounds great to me.